What is up, guys, gals, and you awesomeans and gamers of different shapes and sizes? It is me, Josh, Proxy, bringing you some Titanfall 2 today on the PlayStation 4, and it's pretty freaking awesome. Thank you so much for all the support of the live streams with all the videos. It's been fantastic bringing you this content so far, and yeah, just thank you. Thank you so much for enjoying it with me. Now, don't forget to drop a like if you also enjoy this video and subscribe if you haven't yet for more Titanfall 2 content in the future. But for now, I'm going to be bringing you some Devotion gameplay and some Ronin, because I know a Ronin is a very popular Titan at the moment, obviously because of the sword and stuff. We are now clashing with the enemy pilots. This is what always happens on this map. You always come across this really kind of epic confrontation right at the start of the match, which is really, really cool. Now, when it comes to Devotion as a gun, it's very, very unique in a sense in that it's a machine gun, but it has to build up its fire rate. So it's not kind of like your standard machine gun, which will just constantly have a standard fire rate. It actually builds up and then does more damage, obviously. So it actually fires a lot faster than others, but obviously it's kind of like a chain gun in a way. If you think what a chain gun works like, it'll start slow, but it'll fire fast. Not kind of like how Legion's kind of chain gun is. Legion's just starts off, you obviously get the chain to speed up and then you fire, but this you have to build up the fire rate, which I think is kind of cool. So it has a little bit of something working against it, but then you have the benefit of having immense suppressive fire, and also it's just really fun. It's also a very sexy gun too. I mean, I'd put a ring on it. Because actually below, let me know, what do you think to Devotion? Would love to know. Also, a very unusual name. Can't really picture anyone ever giving it a gun that name. It feels very personal of a name, you know? Like I've taken it from somebody, or it's like a Borderlands loot gun. I'm not too sure about that. You can also see here the gravity grenade, which is so cool. So basically, you can throw those gravity grenades on enemy pilots or on the enemy AI, and it'll stick them all together. They'll float around. It's also a grenade that featured in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, which is kind of unusual. It's kind of weird that you've got like a mech game that's come out with gravity grenades, and you've also got another mech game with gravity grenades. But obviously this is the only mech game with, actual mechs walking around so that you can control. Now, I do actually have my Ronin ready to come down here, and so will I actually spawn in it now? I'm not too sure. Generally, I like to try and save it until the enemy team do bring their own Titans in, because obviously that means I'll potentially lose my own Ronin. But this seems we're actually going to go down with it. You may notice I don't have any skins on it. This is actually a very early match compared to the live streams I've been showing. Obviously, I have loads of skins to my Ronin now in the live stream videos, but this is actually one of the first times of me using Ronin, and I was trying to treat it kind of like the old school, kind of skinny, what was it called? Was it called Striker or something in Titanfall 1? Basically the original Titan, which was the skinny one that didn't have the sword, but this is kind of what you did. You kind of dashed around really quickly while using, it's generally like a grenade launcher or a machine gun, whatever you wanted, but now you have the shotgun with Ronin, which is kind of cool. So you are all kind of completely long range. You also do actually have that Thunder Strike kind of uppercut laser attack, which is really cool with the sword. You kind of throw a wave of lightning. What is the name of it? Does it begin with an S? Whenever I say begins with something, I always get it wrong, but that's also an amazing attack. I actually go with the second ability, which basically allows you to have two at the same time, so I can fire two waves of lightning, which is really badass. You will see me use that hopefully in this match, but for now we're actually just pwning a bunch of pilots. Now, this is a really cool thing about using Ronin, is that it comes with two dashes already. Now, in this match I am actually using the ability of free dashes, so I can actually, am I actually using free dashes? I am actually using free dashes, aren't I? I believe I'm using free dashes. Just making sure. It was a little bit grayed out. I was kind of questioning myself there. But you may notice that you can literally baseball bat people out of midair with that sword. It's way more reliable than the standard fist, but also you can take out multiple enemies with this. So if you have multiple pilots all grouped up in a turtle formation, you do one swipe and it'll take all of them out in one go, even if you do a downwards cut. We're actually at 11 kills right now, which is badass. These player pilots trying their best to get to their friends, get to enemy Titans just to kind of back themselves up with. You may notice as well that I can actually activate my sword to block bullets and missiles. Kind of missed the opportunity there, sadly. Trying my best to block those bullets, but as you may notice, it does actually block a lot. You do get a little bit of chip damage, but it saves you from obviously dying, because Ronin is really weak. It only comes with 3 chunks of health, and so you do actually have to use that dash ability. You also have to use the sword to block, something that I wasn't initially doing. I was actually doing that barely at all, because I thought, oh, it's kind of rubbish, because obviously you're still losing health and stuff. You may notice me firing that lightning there and taking down an enemy Spectre, which was kind of cool, but I was aiming it at the, was that a Tone? It might have been a Tone, or it could have been a Legion. You correct me in the comment section below. As you see there, look, doing a downwards cut and taking 2 of those dudes out at once. Trying to block all of these Legion's bullets as much as I can. I have barely any health, though. If he shoots me just a little bit more, I will be in emergency mode. I'm going to try and escape here, because I don't really want to die just yet. Now, my team is actually getting completely pwned by an enemy Tone here. I'm going to try and do as much damage as possible. Maybe potentially emergency eject. There we go. And then hopefully I can actually drop some mags. Got shot out in mid-air! That was kind of mean. We were doing so good at the start. We were murdering all all those people with the devotion and with Ronin, and then I just get shot at like a freaking pigeon. What is this, clay pigeon shooting? How dare you? I'll forgive you. I'm getting a bit emotional again, but it's fine. But also, comment section below, let me know, what do you think to Ronin? Would love to know. Is it your favorite Titan? Oh, that was lucky. Nearly died there. I don't want that to happen again. That is not an opportunity I want to feel, because when you actually have barely any health, you kind of go into like hedgehog mode, where you curl up into like one corner and wait for your health to come back, and it's one of the most tense moments. Look at this Ronin just flailing on my teammate, but then Legion catches him off guard in that emergency mode, picks him up with his Gatling gun, and finishes him off like Dante in Devil May Cry. Trying to back up my teammates Titans here with my grenade launcher. Remember that the pilots have just as much opportunity to do damage to the Titans as the actual Titans themselves, because obviously you will get killed in one hit, but you do have that equal opportunity amount of damage with anti-Titan weapons that, say, the Titans do. We actually have an enemy Tone there. That might be the same Tone that potentially murdered me, I'm not too sure. But he's keeping an eye on me, so I'm trying to stay uncovered, make him lose interest in me. Going to throw one of my electrical smoke grenades. Really useful, as you can see, against Titans. There's so much damage, and also really good on enemy pilots as well for cleaning rooms. Or say if there's like an enemy pilot on one of your teammates' Titans, you can also throw the electrical grenade on there, and it'll take them out as well. Kind of like an extra dose of electric smoke, because as you know, the Titans can actually dispense that too. We do actually have my Ronin back here, so let's see if we can do some damage. I want to see at least one finishing move in this match. That's what I want from me. Let's see if I can get this guy here. Tone, you're going down, buddy. Oh, we're going for that finisher. The most epic one, I'd probably say, out of all of them. 2 slashes and then a gut stab. That was epic. Getting a player kill, a second player kill there with the sword. There's actually a guy hiding up there. Got my shotgun ready, though. Remember that the shotgun is a little bit inaccurate, and it seems that the shots themselves have really poor range. So I generally go with the actual sword attack when it comes to killing pilots, if you actually have the range with the sword as well. But I'm going to go for a rush here and see if we can take down even more Titans. We have 2 enemy Titans on the field, taking down a pilot who does actually have a battery that was carrying it to the enemy Titan over here, who is in emergency mode. My teammates trying to take him down, going for another melee finisher. There we go. And then stabby doo-doo. Was there actually a pilot still in there? Seems it was. Devilman has gone down. Pretty good anime, quite dark. I don't know if anyone's actually seen the Devil May anime. It's actually a manga as well. I think it's one of those animes, kind of like Mighty Max, which was a cartoon. Oh, another finisher that ended with the bad guys winning. It's kind of unusual they do that. It was kind of like, what's that other anime called? It was called, oh my goodness, and they made it into a live action movie, and it kind of reminds you of Vanquish. Remember the game Vanquish is, like the jet things? It was called, oh, did it begin with C? I'm doing it again. But he was basically kind of like an android. I think he was like an android, and he was like a guy who died, and then the suit kind of like keeps him alive in the live action movie. And he has like a robot dog. What was that called? It was called Kashan. It was called Kashan. So it's kind of like Kashan in a way. Don't you think it's kind of like Kashan? I think it's kind of a little bit like Kashan. Now, we did actually end up losing my Titan, so we are going to be using Devotion a little bit more, seeing if we can take down some enemy pilots. You may generally notice that there's an enemy pilot that goes around with Cloak. I find this a lot, but it seems that a lot of people don't notice that the Cloak doesn't actually work that well against pilots. You just see this giant visage of a, you know, hologram, you know, this weird kind of blurry figure. And it's not invisible, like it only works against Titans. This is the one thing to remember, the Cloak is only good against Titans. So in a sense, you can see it as like an anti-Titan, like, pilot, I guess you could say. We're going to try and back up my teammate here, who did just get his battery stolen there by a pilot. I think he actually died and the pilot jumped out and saved it. There we go, he's got his shield back and everything like that. Fantastic, that's what we want to see. I really love how Legion moves, like how tanky it is. Again, it kind of reminds me of Metal Gear Solid. I don't know if anybody else can agree with me on that. Trying my best here to back them all up, though it seems that we are actually on the losing side. 3-2-9 in pointage against the enemy team. We were at 4-5-7. We've tried so hard here to back up, able to take down an enemy player there who did actually have a battery. He was about to go to that Titan as well. Oh my goodness, we actually have an enemy Ronin here, trying to climb on top of him though. He's not trying to melee me, which is thankful. Oh my goodness, might be able to take the charge out here and blow him up. He's on fire. Kabooey, taking down the pilot with that too. Also getting that battery, can actually summon my own Ronin here, and we will be able to give him a shield, which will be really good for close combat. Will we be able to get ahead here? Now, you may notice that all of my team actually have their Titans down, which is fantastic. Enemy team have 4. We have to try and take them down as fast as possible. They're only a few more points, getting a finishing melee, and they will be able to win this. 481 to them. We're actually only on 373. We need like 100 more points to even catch up. They're at 491 now. If basically they kill like 9 AI, they will win. We're nearly at sword core here, which will allow me to go into full-on melee mode. It's really powerful, really deadly, but can still take you down. We're actually about to lose this 497 to enemy team to 374. It's a defeat, but we did so much ponage, so much. Our only real thing that we can do now is back up my team and make sure everybody can get out safely at the dropship. So what we're going to do here is go into defensive mode, also leveled up to level 27, which is fantastic. Do actually have my melee core going in for that kill. As you can see, they look triple kill on those enemies. Are those sentinels? I think they're sentinels. Oh, what do you call it? They call no, the Reapers are the bigger ones. There's so many different ones, but now I'll actually activate my sword core here. As you can see, look, the enemy Legion actually blocking that, which is kind of worrying. It's kind of weird that he can actually activate his little gun turret shield thing, and it will actually reject my finishing move. I'm going to try and finish this turn up before he can get me, but he actually goes in for the finisher on me and slam dunks me like freaking... Oh my goodness! My pilot just got shot in midair like some kind of ragdoll. That was me. I am no toy. I do not appreciate that. But sadly, I was taken out of this match. My team now have to try and get to that dropship before they get blown up, unless the dropship gets blown up too. Seems like everyone's getting picked on here. Can someone my team try and back us up? Nope, dropship's gone. So really, even if I got in there, I would have just died anyway, but I'd have given someone like a massive like multi-kill. But either way, this has been an amazing match. As you can see, top player, still 25 kills when it comes to actual players. We did pretty well there. I think we did really, really well. Didn't get many AI kills. I mean, I did pretty well at taking them all out with my Ronin and stuff, but it's one of those things where you generally kind of focus on killing pilots, or at least for me, I get a little bit fixated on it. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but make sure to drop a like if you ultimately enjoy this video, and why not subscribe for more Titanfall videos in the future. It's been me, Josh, aka Noir Proxy, bringing you some Titanfall 2, playing some Ronin, also using the Devotion machine gun. Let me know what your favorite Titans are, and also what your favorite guns are, your favorite pilots. All that shizzle would love to know what is your opinion on the multiplayer compared to other multiplayer games at the moment, like Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, like Battlefield 1, like Titanfall 2. do you think Titanfall 2 is better than Titanfall 1? We'd love to know all of that kind of stuff, but I will see you all next time. Ciao for now.